Hey there, folks. It's Jimmy Stewart here, hoping this is finding you all doing well. Today's video, it's Christmas time, so there's an empty stand here. You know what that means? Yes, you do. New Guitar Day, right in time for Christmas. Now, I got my stocking hung with care, so hopefully Santa Claus brought me something very, very nice. And we're going to find out today exactly what that is. Let's have a look. So this guy right here has arrived. Wow. I had been debating these guitars for a very long time. Anybody that's a musician or anybody that plays guitar has been on Guitar Fetish. And what a wonderful name for a website. Think about that for a second. Guitar Fetish. I think they did a good job naming that place. But anyway, on Guitar Fetish, they have a lot of parts, usually for guitars. You can get pick guards, you can get pickups, you can get knobs and bolts and all that kind of stuff. But they also have a couple of line of guitars, the Xavier line of guitars, and they also have the Slick brand of guitars. Now, I've been looking at Slicks for a couple of years, actually, and I kind of hesitated because the reviews that I have seen have been both up and down. They do the Slick line anyway does a relic type of guitar. I'm not really into that kind of thing, but when I saw this, and I saw this last week, and this is the first time I've seen it. Now, whether it's brand new or slightly new, I don't know. I haven't been on the website for a while. But there's no reviews of this guitar. I couldn't find anything anywhere, so I'm assuming it's a fairly new model that they just came out with. And this is the Slick SL56. And the reason I had to have it, one, it was on sale, and you all know what that means, right? Buy it. But two, is that this is a Jazzmaster style body offset guitar, the SL56, and folks, this has got a Slick Fullerton 9.4 valued telly pickup, hot telly in the bridge position, and a 50s wound wired P90 at 8.0 in the neck. It is a hollow body or a chambered body with F-holes. It is an offset. The way they built this is a solid swamp ash body, and what Slick does on their guitars is they, like I said, they relic them, sort of age them. They simply add a single coat of automotive paint onto the body, then they sand it down. And that leaves the porous, the wood that you can feel the wood grain in it. Very well done. They use a Canadian solid rock maple neck. This has a solid black walnut fretboard with a maple neck. And here's the other interesting thing about Slick guitars. Now, they tilt back their headstocks like a Gibson would on a telly guitar, which is kind of unusual. And by doing that, they put a scarf joint here in the back of the neck to give it that tilt. And because of that tilt, you don't have to worry about string trees like you normally would on a telly type or Fender type guitar. Just a very, very cool looking guitar. You get the Slick decal here. A lot of people don't like the painted black in the Slick logo. I think it looks really good on this particular guitar because this is the black faded ash, I guess you could call it, relic. What's really neat is they have solid brass billeted volume and tone knobs here, a solid brass billeted wraparound tuning bridge. They hand age the pickups to give them that sag like you would from a 50s pickup, an older pickup. They even relic the bolts and the magnets. You've got, you know, your rust on here, some cracks you see across the P90 cover, a solid brass three-way switch tip. Their tuning keys are made in-house at Guitar Fetish. So what they do on their tuners is they use a bronze crown gear and a bronze pinion gear in here, and they put it on with a solid brass tuning button. And these are very, very nice. You've got brass strap pegs, a very thick neck plate on the back here with the serial number, and of course the profile of Earl Slick. Now Earl Slick, for those that don't know, played with David Bowie for a long time. He did a couple of the Bowie albums, and he went on tour with Bowie. He actually played on John Lennon's last album, Double Fantasy, in 1980 there. The frets on this are very, very nice. There is no grittiness. They've been polished, crowned. The fret ends are nice. They use a graphite nut, and again, it's hand-cut graphite nut on here. Just really well done. Now, the guitar, because it is solid swamp ash, but it is routed, chambered, comes in at about 7 pounds, 14 ounces, as you can see up here. So it's fairly heavy, but it's not ridiculous. It's not Les Paul weight by any stretch of the imagination. So it's actually feels good. Now it does have, like I said, the Jazzmaster body, but there is no contours on this. It is cut, you know, like a Telly would be cut. There's no contours on the back. There's no belly cut. And there's no arm cut. Just a unique guitar that screamed, Jimmy, you need to have one of these. So I decided to go ahead and get it. So when it came in yesterday, it was very cold, and I wanted to let this acclimate for a while before I actually did the review. So I'm going to roll you some B-roll that we took when the guitar arrived, and you can have a look at it. Let's roll that B-roll, folks. Oh, look. On this 2021 Christmas, what FedEx sent to me? A new guitar. And David will open it carefully. Ooh. Well packaged. And look at that. Is that a tweed case? That is a tweed case. What have we got here, folks? Ha 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 ha. Case is pretty nice. But you can see the condensation. It was cold outside already, so I'm going to let it set a little bit. Let it warm up to the room, and then we'll take a look. New guitar day, new guitar day, new guitar day. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What is that? Wow. Let's check this out. Nice. And here's the in the bag was the toggle switch, brass toggle switch knob. Very cool. This case is really nice. Really nice tweed case. Nice padding. I wonder if some of my Jag styles will fit in there. Or my Jazzmaster maybe. Okay, so like most of my reviews, folks, I try to do these reviews with the guitar right out of the box. Nothing's been done to this. I just let it acclimate for a day and tuned it up. I believe this is strung with 10s. It feels like 10s on it to me. And then we're going to do some tone checks here. This has got the Alnico 5 bridge pickup in here, almost like a telly pickup. And up here in the neck position, we have a 50s wound 8.0 resistance Junior, they call it the Slick Junior P90 pickup. So I'm going to run it through the monoprice amp here with the Celestion cabinet, and we're going to try to go and do some clean tones. So this is that bridge pickup. Middle. The P90 in the neck. Wow, very nice. Very nice, clean sounding guitar, as you'll see in the upcoming close-up video. All right, folks, so here's the up close and personal on the brand new Slick SL56. This is their Jazzmaster inspired type of guitar. You can see that it is an offset, and this is a swamp ash body, solid swamp ash body with dual chambers and F holes, as you can see there. Really unique body design, and the way they do this is they actually take this wood, they put a single coat of automotive finish on it, and then they sand it down and give it that relic distressed type of look, which is pretty unique. This particular model, again, this is a new one that I hadn't seen on their website, and that's why it excited me when I did see it, because that's exactly what I was looking for. This is equipped with a really, this has got a 9.4K Slick Fullerton lead pickup in the bridge down there. And again, that's an old 50 style. It's got the the same type of wiring and everything that they used back then. This has got solid brass tone and volume knobs, a solid brass billeted wrap-around brass bridge, which is very cool and unique. And then up in the neck position, they've got their 50s wound. That is a 8-point K Slick Junior 50s tone. And you can see how they did that. They distressed it. You can see the rust on the poles and on the bolts. You got your 3-way switch up here on the top bout, again with a solid brass tip. This is a solid black walnut fretboard with medium jumbo frets. 22 fret. It is a 25/5 scale, which they don't tell you on the website, but it is a standard Fender scale. It's got a graphite nut. Then when you go up to the headstock, you got your Slick logo up there, the painted headstock, and this has got a solid brass tuning tips, and they do their own tuners in-house, which is very cool. You've got brass strap pins. I'm going to turn this guitar around so you can see. You got a solid rock maple neck, and they do put a scarf joint on these necks, and that's because it's unique, because they use a tilt back design, kind of like a Gibson design here, so you don't have string trees. I'd say that's probably about a 14-degree or so tilt. Show you the back of this guitar. Very cool neck plate with the graphic of Earl Slick on there. Very, very thick neck plate. Then you get your control access pieces here. And again, a solid swamp ash body. So this does have some weight. It's not ridiculously heavy, and I'll show you on the scale there what this came in at. Just under 8 pounds, about 7 pounds, 14 ounces. But actually very comfortable. And there's their tuners up there. Their in-house tuners. And I'll show you some examples of what's going on, how they do their tuners there. The tuners feel very, very good. You can see the thickness of that neck plate. And how they've reliced the knobs and even the pickups. You can see like the little cracks in the case there with the rusted screws. Very, very cool. So this is the Jazzmaster inspired SL56 Slick guitar. Those don't know who Earl Slick is. He was a guitar player, or was a guitar player, yeah, for, he did a lot of tours with David Bowie, played on a few Bowie albums, but he even played on the Double Fantasy album, the last John Lennon album. And I think he's done some stints with the New York Dolls and stuff like that. He's got a couple of different bands that he's had. There it is. Very cool, unique guitar with a 50s aged and wired 8K P90 Junior in the neck position and a 9.4K Slick Fullerton lead pickup in the bridge. Solid brass wraparound bridge. Solid brass tone and volume knobs. brass three-way, brass tuners, graphite nut, solid walnut fretboard, maple neck, swamp ash body. Just a cool piece. Right now I'm going to access these back plates. I want to see, because everybody says that the Guitar Fetish guitars come with the quick plug system on their pickups, but I don't know what the slick guitars do. You can see how they age these screws. I don't want to strip them coming out. I just want to see what the cavities look like. You can see they just missed that hole right there. See it? That's why it was in at an angle, just a little bit off to the side there. The other two are fine. Alright, so let's take a look at the control cavity here. But they did put shielding paint in there, which is nice. You got full-size pots down there. Very neat looking. Nice job. I'm going to say these are not quick release pickups that are in this. The slick pickups are not anyway. Again, you know, Guitar Fetish has the Xavier line of guitars, and they have the slick line. Nice clean control cavity though. Looks very good. Alright. Just a really nice clean sounding guitar. I'm going to put a little snot on it here and see what we got. Both tone and volume controls are very, very nice. So I'm going to go up to the neck here. Both. And the bridge. Whew. very cool guitar from the folks at guitarfetish.com. Again, folks, it's one of those guitars that I had to have because it's an offset. It's shaped like a Jazzmaster. It's kind of got that Jazzmaster vibe to it. It's got a very hot telly pickup down here in the bridge and a P90 50 style warm and creamy up here in the neck, and then the combination of both. Brass hardware, solid swamp ash body, solid Canadian maple neck, black walnut fretboard. Just really done up nice, in all for a very, very affordable price. Again, it's not, we're not talking real expensive, we're not talking real cheap, we're talking reasonable in that $300 price range. You know, where some of your Squires will sit, and even the Squires are up into the $400 point now. So I think it's very well worth the money. Highly recommended as far as I'm concerned. I don't know much about their telly. I know they do a telly that has got a 24.75 scale, like a Gibson scale telly. And that's got that slant back headstock as well. So check out guitarfetish.com. Look at all the different guitars that are available there. I know these go out of stock very, very quickly, and that's why I grabbed it quick. But you can look around. I think they have some of the tellies in stock now as well. So, and some, you know, they have a double cut. They have like a Les Paul cut, like a single junior type. They had a lot of different guitars when I looked. But this I hadn't seen before. So I'm assuming this is a new model. And again, I haven't seen any reviews of it online. So I'm going to leave it at there. So folks, I'm going to wrap it up for today. A very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's to everybody. Hopefully we'll get another video in before the first of the year, but you never know, we might not. I got my stocking hanging there, and we got the slick SL56, and I hope you enjoyed it today. I'll try to leave you with a little outro. I don't want to make this video all too long, but a lot to talk about with this particular guitar. So until next time, folks, it's Jimmy Stewart saying so long. Take care of yourselves. Please stay safe. Please stay healthy. And for all you subscribers that have come over to the channel, thank you. If you're still on the fence, come on over to the good side. Would love to have you on board. And we'll talk to you all again very, very soon. Bye-bye for now, folks. Have a great holiday.